Good morning. Hey, this is your host, Jeff Ski Kinsey with Fast Charge Energy. It's also the website, fastchargeenergy.com. And it is another great day. It's a fabulous day. Now, it's still a little bit wet and it's still a little bit dark, but guess what? My vantage point is so far above the clouds, the sun is shining brightly. And so it's an attitude, right? It's a vantage point. It's a decision. Make up your mind that you're going to be happy, that you're going to be excited, that you're going to be passionate about what you're working on. At least that's one of my secrets. Okay, this morning is another what we call jab, in honor of Gary Vaynerchuk's book, Jab, 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 Right Hook. We give stuff away, we give stuff away, we give stuff away, then we ask for the order. So this morning I want to talk to you about a book that was recommended to somebody on LinkedIn. The book is called Playing to Win, and it's about strategy. Okay, Playing to Win. And again, it's about strategy. You should be able to find the book by the cover and the image with this podcast. And they talk about this framework, these 5 components, if you will, of strategy. What does strategy mean to them? Okay, that's fair enough. We all should have a definition of what strategy means to us. Now, this one doesn't perfectly align with my view of strategy from my 40 plus years in and around this topic, but I think there's some takeaways from it. So I'd like to share that with you. Is that fair enough? So the first component, these 5 key components, is winning aspiration. Basically said this is about setting clear and ambitious goals for your business. It's essential to define what winning means for your organization. Now, 2 things come to mind as I read that. Number 1, I don't like the concept of playing, okay? So they're saying, hey, we're going to play around with this, and, what's winning mean to you? And it's got to have clear and ambitious goals. Well, that last one, goals, I really have to take issue with. The late Dr. Ellie Goldratt said, look, if you are a for-profit business, and that's what I work with, I am a for-profit business. I help others in what we call the B2B space, businesses selling to other businesses. And Goldratt said, look, there's only one goal in this arena, and it is to make money now and to make even more money in the future. Okay? Instead of a single focus on goals, okay, we talk in terms of a goal, making money, a mission statement. Like in the Marine Corps, we might say, hey, the mission is to take that hill, okay? Or dislodge the enemy from X, okay? That's the mission. And we have this thing called commander's intent, okay? The commander says, hey, my intent's for you to take that hill. And it pretty much stops there because you've been trained. You know what you're doing, okay? In the Marine Corps, we're all trained as infantrymen first. Grunts, okay? And so we're trained on how to take that hill or dislodge the enemy from X. So all the commander has to say is go do that thing, okay? And then we go get it done. So now that you got the goal, you got the mission, now we want to introduce the vision. What is your vision of how this is going to play out? Think of it as a movie trailer, right? I flipped through different streaming services and I come to something, it's like, what is that thing? Okay, I'm going to play the trailer. Or maybe some of them have more than one trailer. I remember when the sequel to Top Gun was coming soon to a theater near you, which went on, I think, for almost 2 years because of COVID. There were all different kinds of trailers, and some were just a little tweak, a little bit different than the other. But that trailer, think of it as a vision statement. Here's what we want to unfold. And in my world, I combine a statement inside the vision statement or outline or framework. I touch on culture. Okay, what kind of culture do you think is required to make that vision come true? Is this making some sense? By the way, I had bought this book on Audible and started listening to it, and I find it's not bringing that much value to me. Now, to some people, it might be all the value in the world. Again, that's your vantage point, not mine. So one of the cool things, if you don't know this about Audible, is you buy a book, you're not happy with it within the first year, you can give it back to Audible and pick something else. How cool is that? Okay, the second component is where to play. This component involves making choices about specific markets and segments you will compete in. It's about selecting the right areas to focus your efforts. Okay, for that, I really like the lean canvas. Number 3, how to win. Here the authors emphasize that you must decide on the unique capabilities and advantages that will allow you to win in the chosen area of competition. Okay? Again, I'm going to get a lot of that insight from my lean canvas. Number 4, capabilities. This component focuses on the development of the necessary skills, processes, resources to execute your strategy effectively. By the way, I'm going a little bit long, but I think this is some important stuff. And so what that just said to me about capabilities, we find that in the framework I'm going to talk about in a minute, number 5, the management system I use, the theory of constraints, which today I say is a law. Goldratt's law of constraints. Every business is constrained by but one weakest link. Well, in this framework, okay, we have this tool called the SIO map. Okay, are you sitting down? The S stands for strategy or strategic. So the SIO map is a strategic intermediate objectives map. And it has a box for your goal, for your mission, your vision and culture. Okay. But then it talks about necessary and critical success factors. Okay. So I'm not going to go into those tools here, or I would really go long. So, okay, the 5th component is the management systems. Remember, Deming said that the right system is 85% of your success. The wrong system is 85% of the reason why businesses fail. So he says you need a right system, this number 5, management systems, to measure and to track progress, to adapt to changes in the business environment. And you have to actively manage the strategy. Again, we do that with the theory of constraints, Goldratt's TOC, and the insights that Detmer has brought to the table. Chief among them is integrating the work of the late Colonel John Boyd of OODA Loop fame to integrate it inside the 5 focusing steps of Goldratt's work. So the bottom line is strategy is a top level look at your business. Okay, what is it you want to be? What is it you want to be when you grow up? What is it that makes your business different from everybody else's business? At Fast Charge Energy, we have one singular focus on EV, electrical vehicle charging for destinations. Think of resorts. Think of fabulous restaurants. Think of, in my backyard, Canton, Ohio, the Hall of Fame Village for American football. Okay, Canton, Ohio. That's a destination, and we want to put chargers there.